Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 55 of Mr. Clean's Adventure Travel Podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about why you should think critically about your flight plan itinerary. So what do I mean? So there's dozens of airlines, if not more, around the world. Which ones you choose, which flight plan you take to get to that country is very crucial at the start, in the middle, and at the end of your trip. So for me, I always think about, once again, 2.5 to 4 hour layovers if I do have to do a layover in a foreign country. And you want to make sure, at least I recommend, that you fly with the same airline for the entire one-way trip. So if you're buying a ticket, you want to buy a ticket with Delta from America to Africa. If you want to buy a ticket to Europe, buy a ticket from British Airways from the US all the way to Europe or where you're trying to go. That's because if you use a ticket that has a layover that includes a different flight or different airline, I've noticed that sometimes there could be issues where the airline doesn't get the proper details to the operating airline versus marketing airline, or if your luggage get lost or misplaced or delay a flight, another airline may not know because their systems may not be well integrated, and now you have some issues at the start of your trip or at the end of your trip. So I've just noticed easier just to think through same airline, one way, same airline back. If you do have to use a different airline, or if it's marketed by one and operated by a different airline, then make sure that when you book that ticket, you have a code or you have a login for both airlines, and that whatever the flight is booked, you see your full trip and itinerary for both legs of your trip within that, within your application. And if not, make sure you call the airline. So I just got back from Senegal and Ghana a couple weeks ago, and I flew Delta on the way there, and then I flew a Delta partner on the way back. Halfway through it, on the way back, I flew with Delta for one leg, but then the second leg was a different airline. That other airline didn't have my information or wasn't transferred properly, and then I missed one of my flights. But luckily, the flight getting back to LA was just an hour or 2 hours later. But let's say if I was in a foreign country or in South America, Europe, Asia, with less flights available, that could have been a big issue. So please keep that in mind. So that's it for episode 55 of Mr. Clean's Adventure Travel Podcast. Please continue to follow me on IG at @IM_Mr. Clean, as well as my YouTube channel, Mr. Clean's Adventure Travel Podcast. Have a good one. Peace.